Good morning, students. Let's start the new lesson of geography, that is agriculture. In this lesson, we are going to discuss the agricultural process and agricultural activities which are essential activities in the country. Let us see the background of this lesson. What is the background or introduction of this lesson? The agriculture is a primary source which comes in primary source is most important sector in the country because there are two-thirds population of the country is dependent on the agriculture. India is called agricultural country because most of the people depends on agriculture. Most of the people are engaged in the agricultural activities in growing food crops, non-food crops, horticulture crops, and many more. So therefore, agriculture sector in India is most crucial and most important, which is also contributes in the national economy because two-thirds population are depend on the agriculture, and agriculture does not produces only food crops, but agriculture sector also produces non-food crops which are considered the raw material for many industries in the country. So, India's agriculture is mainly dependent on the monsoon, but due to the green revolution, most of the states in the country are practicing the commercial types of farming to save the large number of crops, agricultural crops in the market. So, let us see the first of all, what are the types of farming that are practiced in India. The first type kind of the farming is primitive subsistence farming. In this primitive subsistence farming, it is also called old farming because primitive means old, early form. So primitive subsistence farming is practiced on small patches of land. This type of farming is completely dependent on monsoon for the irrigation. Then entire family labor are also employed in this primitive subsistence farming. In this type of farming, primitive tools such as hoe, dowel, and digging sticks are used in cultivation of different types of crops. This type of farming does not use the biochemical inputs, fertilizers, and insecticides and pesticides. So entire primitive subsistence farming is dependent on the monsoon for the irrigation. So therefore, the crops of this type of farming is always less because no modern techniques, no modern tools are used, and no chemical fertilizers and pesticides are used. Even if there is no rainfall, there is irregularity of rainfall, then there are no facilities or provisions to provide water for these types of crops. So therefore, this type of farming is called primitive subsistence farming. Second, intensive subsistence farming. Intensive subsistence farming means where the doses of chemical fertilizers and insecticides and pesticides are used. Here in this types of farming, the irrigation facilities are also used to irrigate the fields and crops. These type of farming are practiced on large patches of land to meet the demands of the people. So this type of farming is called intensive subsistence farming. Here modern tools and techniques or modern method of farming is used in this type of farming. But keep in mind that in intensive subsistence farming, the land holding size is going to decrease day by day because suppose a father has 4 children. Then suppose father has 10 acres of land. Then this 10 acres of land will divide among the 4 children, among the 4 sons. After the distribution of land among 4 sons, what will be the size of the land, what will be the acres of land which one sun possessed, that is 2.5 acres. Suppose one of the child or one of the son which possess 2.5 acres of land will have two children, two sons. Then again 2.5 acres of land will divide among two children. It means what? 10 acres land, the size of 10 acres of land is going to decrease day by day among the small patches of land. This is happens because intensive subsistence farming, because land holding size is going to decrease day by day due to right to inheritance. Right to inheritance means right to success, means the property and wealth of the father is going to be given to their sons. So by this law, the right to inheritance, the land holding size is decreasing day by day. So that is why when land holding size will get reduced, then this type of land or the crops which cultivates from this type of land will not be beneficial to the cultivators. That is why intensive subsistence farming is sometimes not beneficial, not profitable to the farmers. So keep in mind, primitive subsistence farming means old farming, intensive subsistence farming means modern farming. Now commercial farming. Commercial farming is same as intensive subsistence farming, but it has some special characteristics. So let us see in detail. What is commercial farming? Commercial farming is called modern farming. Here modern methods of farming, modern tools are used to cultivate the different types of crops. Here green revolutions factors are completely applied, such as HYV seeds, high yielding variety seeds, chemical fertilizers and pesticides are used. Then irrigation facilities, modern methods of farming such as tractors, thresher machines and other cultivators are also used in commercial farming. Plantation is a type of commercial farming because plantation is a type of commercial farming. Plantation is what? Plantation means where a single crop is grown over a large area in a straight line. This is called plantation. So commercial farming are cultivated, or commercial farming are practiced with the modern methods and modern techniques to obtain higher produce. So this commercial farming is largely practiced in different places, including Punjab and Haryana are the most important factors for the most important regions for the commercial farming. Because green revolution have increased the speed of this cultivation of commercial farming. For example, rice and wheat are two crops which are cultivated as commercial crops in Punjab and Haryana due to green revolution. So there are different types of plantation crops such as tea, coffee, rubber, banana, sugarcane, cotton. These are the commercial crops, and these commercial crops are practiced over a large area which is known as plantation. So keep in mind, primitive subsistence farming is old farming, intensive subsistence farming is modern farming, and commercial farming is modern farming, but it is a single crop is grown over a large area by adopting the modern methods of techniques, and the crops which are cultivated in commercial farming are completely cash crops and they are sold in the market to obtain higher profits. So this is the difference between intensive subsistence farming and commercial types of farming. So I hope you have understood these three types of farming well. Now, primitive subsistence farming is also known by different names in different regions, such as it is also known as zoom cultivation, zooming. In some places it is also known as shifting cultivation. It is also called slash and burn agriculture. Let us see in detail what is meant by zooming cultivation, what is meant by slash and burn agriculture. There are many people who lives in forest area or who lives besides forest area, and their complete survival is depend on the forest. they don't have land like we have. We are seeing in our surroundings. These type of lands they don't have. So what they do in order to survive themselves? First of all, these people, especially tribal people, who cleared one of the particular area of the forest by cutting its trees. They cut the forest area in particular place, like the size of glass, this type of size. They cut the trees or other things from the forest area. They after cutting the trees, the leaves, the branches, the broken branches and the sticks and everything, including all these things, they burn it, and whatever ash is found, that ash is used as manure. So the shifting cultivation or slash and burn agriculture means what? After clearing the forest area in particular place, they burn that area, and after burning they sow the seeds. After sowing seeds on that particular place, when the area is cleared by the people, when rainfall occurs, when precipitation occurs, then the seeds grows naturally, and then crops they harvest. So these type of farming they practice for a couple of years, and after a couple of years, after cultivating 2 years, they shift their area to another place because they thought that the fertility of the soil has been decreased. So they left that area to grow the fertility of soil by natural process, and they shift their area to another place, and in another place same process takes place. So this is called shifting cultivation. For example, a couple who is cultivating the forest area as a shifting cultivation in one section of the class, then after practicing cultivation for 2 years they shift to another class, then another class in this way. So this is called shifting cultivation or jhum cultivation or slash and burn agriculture. So this jhuming cultivation or shifting cultivation has different names in different states of the country, different countries in the world. This jhum cultivation or shifting cultivation is not only practiced in India but in other countries in the world also, where tribal peoples, where native peoples are lives and they don't have land, they lives in forest. In these places, this jhuming cultivation is practiced in large number. For example, in India, northeastern states, Nagaland, Mizoram, these states have cultivation of jhum type of farming. So I hope you have understood these particular types of farming well. Now let us listen to another part. Cropping pattern. Cropping pattern. India has 3 cropping patterns. One is Rabi, second Kharif, and third Zaid. Now listen one by one. Rabi crops means the crops which are sown in winter season and harvested in the summer months such as April to June. Keep in mind, sown in winter and harvested April to June. Now, Rabi crops are grown or sown in winter season and harvested in April to June. These are called Rabi crops. For example, Rabi crops are wheat, barley, peas, gram, mustard, etc. These are Rabi crops. Rabi crops, keep in mind, after Rabi crops are grown in winter season and harvested in the April to June. Kharif crops means the Kharif crops which are grown on the onset of monsoon. When monsoon begins, that time Kharif crops are grown and they harvested in October, up to October. Kharif crops grown in in monsoon and harvested in October. These are called kharif crops. For example, kharif crops are rice, moong, tur, which is known as arar, etc. These are kharif crops. Kharif crops are grown in monsoon season and they harvested in the September to October. These are called kharif crops. Now zaid crops are means there is short season in between the rabi and kharif. In summer months, this is called zaid season. Or in this zaid season, the different juicy fruits or some vegetables and fodder crops are grown. These are called zaid season. For example, there is short season between rabi and kharif is called zaid season. The crops which are grown in this zaid season are watermelon, muskmelon, cucumber, fodder crops, etc. These are grown in zaid season. So keep in mind, in India there are three seasons, three cropping pattern. They are rabi, kharif, and zaid. So I hope you have understood these two parts very well. First, we have discussed the types of farming: primitive subsistence farming, intensive subsistence farming, and third, commercial farming. And after that, we have discussed the cropping pattern, the cropping seasons of the country. They are rabi, kharif, and zaid. So according to the climate and soil, India has three types of cropping season. They are rabi, kharif, and zaid. So remaining part we will see tomorrow in the next video.